How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to my channel. Today I just kind of decided, since I haven't posted in, about 5 days or so, just kind of like letting that last video I posted. Oh, you can't see me talk. The last video I posted, just kind of gain views, just promoting it a bit. Got a new mic, which is pretty fire. I got it from TikTok, right? $4, and I got 2 of them, which was pretty sick. It was just kind of the point of this video is just kind of like, I don't know, just kind of be real with you guys. When I mean be real with y'all, I mainly mean like, I don't really know how to put it, more of just like kind of being in depth of who I truly am and like just kind of who I am as a person kind of deal. I know I made a video, spend a day with Fatal G, but that wasn't like really like, you know what I mean? Like I was just kind of like, what's the word called? Not putting them in act per se, right? But more, it's just, like when you're creating a video, you have to be entertaining. You know what I mean? So I tried my best to be, just a little bit entertaining. There's just more that like you gotta have to, again, not be like this imaginary person per se, but it's more of like you just gotta like put up an act, you know what I mean? And I feel like I didn't really like, I know I said I'm gonna be real with you guys, and like that I really was like on that day, that's just kind of like how I was feeling, is like, I was excited for the package to come in. I didn't really even like show you guys most of my day. It was just mostly like me like printing things out and like playing video games and like reading my Bible type stuff. You know what I mean? So like that's I didn't really show you that stuff. So I apologize. I should have gone a little in depth with that. But no, I don't know. I just kind of want to like make this video to like kind of like set the record straight, like, so you guys know who you guys are subscribing to, what kind of content that you guys will be ingesting, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, this video is basically about just getting more in depth with me, about like who I am, how kind of this whole thing started, and potentially where I want to go. Sorry, I couldn't sit down. Like I have to stand up. Like I can't get into it. But yeah. So for starters, my name is Gabriel Nader. I love martial arts. I try to be a big follower of Christ just in general. I try to implement and see his ways and through almost all of the things I do. Do I fail at it? Of course, but I'm human. I try my best every time. I always ask for forgiveness, so there's that. I'm a big history nerd when it comes to martial arts, when it comes to a certain country that I'm interested in, when it comes to, any sort of history that has to do with combat. You know what I mean? I'm a very big combat fanatic. Not war per se, but war-like martial arts, like Sambo or Pencak Silat, that kind of stuff. I'm a very big fan of like Aztecs and very like into my like ancestor, like warrior type stuff. I'm a very like warrior type person, which can get annoying at times. I for sure know for a fact. None of my friends say it, but like I just kind of feel it. I kind of know it. Yeah, no, I'm a very big, when it comes to like my warrior ancestors and stuff like that, like it's just very like, I very hold their blood in me. I know it sounds weird, but like, like I got warrior blood in me. So like I try to implement that in any way, shape, or form in my life, any kind of way I can, whether it's like working out extremely tough, or whether it's working out, or like just training like really hard to push myself kind of deal, just kind of like pushing my limits, you know what I mean? I like collecting my, like ancestor like weapons. So for example, I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube. I think I can. It's not like anything like crazy or anything. I think this is called a Macuitl, and it's from the Aztecs. And I am, according to my ancestry on my dad's side, I am 21st or 20th century Aztec royalty. So if I'm correct, like I did some research, I'm pretty sure it's Jaguar or Ocelotl. But yeah, there's stuff like that. I have Filipino family members, and Filipinos definitely have like a warrior thing. I'm sure I have like some Viking lineage, or like I got a lot, right? Like I just got a lot of like warrior blood in me. So like all the time I'm like to the extreme, to the max, like wanting to better myself in like a warrior type way, right? I'm a big anime fan, but mostly like anime or even shows that implement like martial arts. I'm a huge martial arts fan. It's not even funny. For example, Baki is probably like a very known one. Kigen Ashura, not as well known, but definitely known. No Ippo, I can't remember the name of it. There's a few good like fighting animes on Netflix, even Hulu. I know there's one where it's like in like some cyberpunk realm, and it's like all about boxing or something. I can't remember the name of it, but that was a really good show. Yeah, I'm a very big like anime type of dude, like martial art type of fan, especially when like even like when it comes to games. Like I'm a fighter main kind of guy. Like I love fighting games. I tend to be better at those instead of shooters. I've never been like a really good shooter game kind of guy. Always been fighting game kind of guy. Or even games, for example, like Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. I love Dragon Ball Z. I love Bandai Namco games. Shout out to them. But that kind of stuff has always been close to my heart. I'm a huge, not like a huge. I used to be a very huge Naruto fan. I watched the entire show like I don't even know, like 3 times, and like it every time would just get better and better because like now that with the information that I now knew or whatever, I would watch it, it would become deeper and then deeper and then deeper because it's like, you know what I mean? The first run through, there's a lot. So, I'm a big weapons fan. I love collecting weapons. I don't know if you can see. That's only like, that's about 5. Sorry, I can't. I'm not really good at math. That's about 5 weapons right there. I have so much more though, right? Mostly like tiny blades, like little knives. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a review on that, or not even a review, but just like a showcase or whatever, which would be really cool. I'm a big fan of collecting weapons, especially like unique ones, or again ones from history. They're just very cool to me. They're very interesting. They're very different, especially like when it comes to the Nai era, to the Japanese era, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Especially Native American. Native American weapons are really cool. Gunstock axe, that kind of stuff. They're just really awesome. I'm a very explosive kind of guy. My personality kind of just goes from like it. You just never know with me. I try to be like your best friend, or I always try to be. Like Mikasa Sukasa kind of do, right? So like if you're in my place, everything that's mine is yours kind of deal. I try to make sure everyone's good, everyone's trying to be taken care of. That sounds really weird, but that's just kind of who I am, especially when it comes to like my boys or even like a random stranger. You know what I mean? Like I just want to make sure everyone's kind of comfortable. I have a beautiful girlfriend of 5 years. We were first best friends for. Well, I mean, we're still best friends, so it'd be continuing 9 years of us knowing each other, of our friendship, also correlating into our relationship. So there's that. A really good artist. Let me see if I can. Yeah, she made that for me. She made that for me. This is really sick too. And that one was for Christmas. It's really cool. Sorry, hold up, sorry. I'm sorry. I know, my hand was in the way, but yeah, she's a really good artist. I love her to death. I would pretty much fight tooth and nail for her if it came to it. Sorry, there's a hair on there because it's all dusty up there. Let's see. Oh, I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. A lot of people say like Jeet Kune Do won't work, and stuff like that. And there's some aspects that I agree to, but there's also a lot of aspects I don't. For example, I'm not gonna break down a whole martial arts thing. I'm gonna just say this one thing. I swear. He always targeted the leg, right? Because okay, I know I said I wasn't gonna do like any martial arts thing, but right, you got your fighting stance, okay? You're about to throw a punch, the first thing that's moving is your leg because you need to move straight. And he was like, okay, so the second they come forward, go for the leg, right? You can't see, but I'm using my heel or my foot to stop. I don't know. Yeah, he's very smart when it comes to the whole martial arts thing. Sure, maybe Jeet Kune Do won't work in a lot of aspects, but I feel like there's a lot of things you could take from it. That's why MMA exists, right? I used to be a really big rap fan. I still am a really big rap fan. I used to listen to groups like NWA. NWA is a pretty big one. And I think Straight Outta Compton really was the movie that was okay, I knew that was a sick group to listen to. I've always been a big fan of Ice Cube, Eazy-E, just NWA in general. And after watching that movie, I was like, yeah, I was right. This is sick. I think that's pretty much it about my interests and stuff like that. I think another real part about this video, I'm going to be talking about the problems that I've been going through for just however long, you know what I mean? When I ever do vlogs like these where it's not in a vlog per se, but it's more of just I wouldn't even say it's still an introduction. It's a type of video, right? It's just kind of a video to put that out there. Not just that, now that I've kind of gained I'd like to call y'all a family, you know what I mean? A community type deal, right? So, the only way to either grow that community or even let you guys know that I trust you and y'all can trust me is, just talking about day-to-day problem kind of deal. So, and for the record, not every video is going to have its ups and downs. There's going to be videos where it's just straight up, or I'm just telling you about my life. You know what I mean? Just kind of how either I'm feeling. Okay, imagine y'all my therapist, right? But nothing bad's happening. I'm just kind of talking, Lately, I've been getting too deep into what is it? The whole God thing. I was talking to my friends about this the other day. One of them was from Minnesota. Three of them weren't. They're just normal homies, right? I was talking to them about proving God exists and stuff like that, And that's a really wild thing to think about. So for the past I want to say since the beginning of this year, I've been trying to not just rekindle that spark with God, but more of kind of prove to myself He's real. And I know it sounds really weird, but I'm starting to do math. I'm starting to do things that with quantum physics. It's really weird. It's a lot. I go down this rabbit hole. And usually I end up with more questions. In a really weird way, I'm more satisfied. But yeah, no, it's pretty much just all about God. And who knows, maybe you guys would want to see a video of like how I break it down, or just whatever, right? If you're not religious, and if you like my content or you're subscribed, I hope that you can respect my religious beliefs as much as I respect yours, right? Whether you have one or you don't, whether you pray to Allah or you're Hindu or whatever it is, right? I respect you as much as you respect me, right? That's just kind of at the end of the day. Yeah. Okay, so now that we got all that out of the way, I kind of want to talk about where Menace Society, or where I want it, or where I see it going. For starters, I want Menace Society just to be a brand, right? Not just any particular brand, right? I want it to be clothing. I want it to be martial art gear, skateboard gear, race car gear, whatever it may be. I want it, right? I want Menace Society to be part of it, right? I don't know. It's just one of those things where I feel like Menace Society can bring something to the table that not a lot of companies offer, which is uniqueness, per se. A lot of these companies, sorry, I just got pinched. Not pinched, I got poked. A lot of these companies that are like into the clothing, or like just a brand name in general, they don't do the whole uniqueness part. And I know that that's really big coming from a dude that's trying to start his business of just a regular brand. But like, it's one of those things that are like, you can actually be open with the world about who you are, right? It's one of those brands that you can genuinely express yourself through the company type deal. And that's where I want to go. I want to go that route where everyone looks at Menace Society and be like, yeah, that's a company I want to be a part of, whether working wise or just wearing the shirts or repping the brand or whatever it may be. Now, if everything tends to work out with Menace Society through God, because again, we're gonna give the reins to God. This isn't a religious company. However, the leaders and the CEOs all believe in Christ. We all believe that He's our Lord and Savior. We all believe He's our God. And again, it's not a religious company, but we are handing the company to Christ to see how it works in His favor, right? So that's basically what we're doing. But if it goes good and decides to go well, I think it'd be a really life-changing kind of deal. Because once our name and our brand starts getting out there, that's when we can really start doing things different. Not just going from clothing to boxing gloves to kick pads to racing gear to whatever brands are, right? But we can start actually helping out the world. For example, there's something that I want to do later down the line of Menace Society, and it's going to be like a Menace Society event, right? Where everybody's allowed to come, obviously no weapon type deal, right? And we just kind of cook for the homeless, if you want to bring for the homeless, that kind of stuff, right? Just kind of like a giving thing. And how I see it happening is I could definitely see it being a thing where people are like, oh, Menace Society is like a bad name, like why do you want to be a Menace Society and stuff like that. I talk to people almost all the time because they wonder the shirt name and they're like, why do you want to be a Menace Society? I'm trying to change the name. We're trying to change the name. One good example I think of when I think of menace, of how I think of it, right, is Jesus. Now that sounds really blasphemous, but let me explain. When Jesus was around, on Sabbath, it was prohibited to heal the sick or feed the poor or anything like that. I don't know if feed the poor on Sabbath, but I remember healing the sick was like prohibited. But Jesus said, no, I'm above the law. And He did that. So the people, what is it? Like the Jewish leaders and, the Romans, or I don't know about the Romans, but the Jewish leaders, they would consider him like a menace because he kept saying like he was above the law, he is God, and to them that was blasphemous, but they didn't know he was telling the truth, kind of deal. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why I think of menace, was like he was doing good despite these religious leaders straight up like telling him like, no, like you can't. He was willing to make himself look bad in front of these religious leaders to show the people that you better do what's right, listen to God's commandments, or just just do what's right, despite if it's normal to do the wrong thing. And that's usually what it tends to be, like a menace, is like to be different than the crowd. Again, usually in this case, the normal word menace would be like you just don't care about like the people, so you decide to do harm to people or harm to the society or harm to whatever, you'd be considered a menace because what you're doing is much different than the rest of the people who are doing good. In this case, we're all surrounded by bad stuff, and we were just like, dude, what the, like, there's things about like Louis Vuitton coming out or like Gucci coming out, like these big brand companies that like rappers will pay top of the line dollar for, and like they've done bad things, and we're just like, the world is surrounded by evil, let's change something evil into good. So menace society. So we really want to just make this brand a whole thing where it's like, be yourself, be unique. So that's kind of the whole thing of, you know, like where we're coming at when it comes to this. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I see menace society kind of going. That's kind of where I want to be. That's kind of the inspiration behind it, because like, let's be honest, there's a lot of evil in the world, and it's sad to see that people actually become atheists, or people just don't believe in a higher power or a God because of it. And no, it's sad only because, you know, like they're right. They have every right to. You know what I mean? Like, that, to me, that makes sense. Why they would leave that mindset. And it, but, you know, that's sad, in my opinion. To other people, it's awakening. It's a very different experience, and like that awakens them, that makes them want to do better, and by all means, like, go for it. You know what I mean? But, you know, the world is in a really bad spot, so we kind of came in with the intention of like, not that we think this brand is going to change the world, of course, because I don't think any brand truly could, but something to look at, and you could still be a part of, despite whether you buy shirts, whether you buy things from it or not. That's why I created the YouTube channel, to show you guys, like, whether you guys buy the merch or not even the merch, buy the shirts or buy the stickers or buy whatever our brand name is on it, despite if you don't, you're still a part of us, because you're still watching with us, you're still feeling the same things that we are when it comes to the videos that we're going to be posting, just to show you guys, like, you guys truly are a part of Menace Society. You guys are a family. We are all a family. And it's one of those things that we want to make sure you know that we will always put you first for us. You know, that's pretty much what Menace Society is. It's a brand for uniqueness, and that's kind of how it all started. So I have no idea what else to talk about. Like, I'm a very boring person, like 100%. It's only so funny because, like, all the homies think like, oh, like Gabe is this and Gabe is that or whatever. I'm really not. Like, I'm not all of that in a bag of chips. Like, I'm gonna be real. Truly, all I do is sit in my room, right? Find different side hustles or make different side hustles. Work a little bit here and there. Study for my driver's license, of course. Read my Bible and do research on like martial arts, history, God, science. That's literally it. I'll play video games, yeah, but like, I'm more really on YouTube than anything else. So, I'm just again, I'm your average kind of guy that just wants to kind of make something become a reality. You know what I mean? Like, to give the life that I want to for my family, my girl's family, my future family, like, that's just kind of like my goal. And the goal, or the fact that I can start this business, 3 of my other homies that, like, I would ride or die for kind of deal, it's a dream. And the fact that they're all into it is also a dream, because not a lot of people do that. So they're also taking a risk. Very much appreciated to them. Shout out to them. And I know that 4th of July is coming soon. So if you're watching this on 4th of July, happy 4th of July. I put an edit right there. I don't know if y'all saw that. Of course you saw it. You're watching the video. But I don't know. Again, I'm not that interesting of a person, but the whole main reason of this video was to let you guys know who you guys are watching, right? What kind of content you guys are ingesting, especially when it comes to, like, my content. I want you guys to know who I am, and to, like, just prove to you, like, I'm gonna be real with you. So that's kind of the whole point for this whole video, right? Is, like, I just want you guys to know who I am, despite whether I know who you are or not. You know what I mean? It's nice knowing that you guys are watching, point blank period. So, with that being said, I think I'm gonna have this video end to a close. I thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I become more interesting throughout the years of content creation. Maybe I can express myself more through the Menace Society channel, especially when it comes to when I'm with the boys, right? I think it's true, when we're with that group of people that we all just feel super comfortable with, right? We tend to be more open. So maybe while doing this, whatever we do for the first episode, maybe I will just be more open through that, and you guys can really know who I am. And if you guys happen to know who I am more through Menace Society, through Fatal G, I'm cool with that too. Also, go make sure to subscribe to Menace Society. Link in the link in the description below. Seriously, I'm very hyped for it, and I hope you guys are too, because truly, this is something that we really want to do. This is something that we really put our time into, and yeah, like, I'm hoping that you guys are excited as much as me and the boys are. You know what I mean? Like, once everything is just, like, aligned, and once we start shooting that first video, it'll be so fire. I know it is. It's gonna be chill, but, like, it's just gonna be fire, like, to record with the boys again, and with whatever we do. We genuinely might go through with, like, the whole mukbang and talking, which I'm honestly okay for. I'm okay with that. But yeah, you guys will get your introductions from them, and it'll be cool. It'll be really cool. But anyways, sorry to keep this outro very long. I hope you guys liked the video. Please subscribe, ring that notification bell. If you guys like the content and you like to stay on my channel, like and subscribe. And again, ring the notification bell, please. Plus, if you happen to like what's going on in this channel, I guarantee you at the Menace Society channel, again, link in the description below, we'll have kind of the same options. Same deal, same thing. I know my last video, it wasn't a hit, but it was definitely more views than what I've gotten in a little bit. So I'm very excited, and I'm very happy about that. And if, again, you guys like that video, or like this video, that'll be the channel to go to for sure, because it's going to have content like that almost all the time. So, yeah. Once again, thank you guys very much for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Please share. Hit that link in the description below. Subscribe to Menace Society. Do the exact same thing I just said here, which is subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss the first video of Menace Society. Comment down below. Tell me what kind of content you guys want to see, because whatever you guys are thinking, I can most likely do it. So, yeah. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.